Yo, ora, 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 la. Oh my god, that was the best chapter of One Piece that I have seen. Maybe not in a long time, but oh my god, it was amazing. I literally orgasmed about 5 times reading this. So much. I was so happy. You don't understand how happy I am. This was an I was literally dancing around my friend after I finished reading this. I was like, oh my god, that chapter, Sanji, Law. Oh my god, Law. Look, guys, Law is my favorite character, and Sanji is my favorite Straw Hat. So imagine how hyped I am. You guys don't understand. So what happened? One Piece, chapter 724, Law's plan review. What happened? Basically, it opens up Sanji versus Flamingo, where we left off last chapter. Sanji, Diable Jumbo, Devil's Leg on him. Goes all Devil's Leg on Don Flamingo. And Don Flamingo's all like, whoopsie daisies, you're not gonna hit me. And that shit. And like, he's playing around with him. And that's when Don Flamingo shows us one of his attacks. His 5 colored strings. And like he cuts up Sanji, and it was like pretty weird. So I was like that. And then when Sanji does his premier haché attack, and he starts like attacking the shit out of him, Don Flamingo paralyzes him. And I go, wait a minute, even with haki? But then I remembered, Doflamingo possesses haki as well, and if one haki, I remembered the fight with Virgo and Law, if one haki is stronger than another, it can overpower it. So it did make sense. Flamingo be strong, yo. I mean, I didn't expect Sanji to win. I'm actually happy that Sanji actually put up a relatively good fight. I'm happy. That giant ass rope, though, he's like, heat? That long ass motherfucker went all the way to like China, frick. Like One Piece's version of China. But nope. Just in time, just as soon as Sanji was gonna get hit with that fucking rope, Law freaking throws that piece of wood in the air, switches with it, room one more time super quickly, and switches places with Don Flamingo. I was like, yes, yes. Yes, Law. Your ability is too OP. I'm sorry, Law. I'm sorry. That OP fruit. Literally. It was fantastic. Law to the rescue. And Don Flamingo, he's like, I got you now. What? What? Was that Law? Like, what? And then, like, his giant rope destroys, slices a building, which was all the way in Dressrosa. Granted, okay, Dressrosa wasn't too far from where they were, but come on. They were like at the border of Greenbed. They were in the middle of Greenbed and Dressrosa. That was a long ass rope, and it freaking sliced the building in half. People were like, "The fuck just happened?" And then after that, I was like, "Wow, yo, that's insane." Anyway, that was freaking insane. The fuck. Then Fujitora, and Sanji, Law tells Sanji and the rest of the Straw has to get the fuck out and to head to Zoo, which I'm guessing is where Law has his crew, the rest of his crew on. And at this point, a giant ship comes flying in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, for a second, I thought it was like flamingos because like Law told me that he can fly right through the clouds. So I figured, oh, maybe his ship can fly. Is that Law's ship? And then I realized it was a marine ship and it was Fujitora using gravity. And then a whole bunch of comets started falling from the sky. Like as soon as I saw the comets, I knew that's Fujitora. Fujitora. That freaking guy be eating ramen on the job. He's like, on second thought, I'm not gonna go attack them now. He's just like freaking like all the comments fall down. And Law be like with one finger as he's talking to Sanji, he'd be like, tact. How about no? Right back into the freaking ship. I was like, la, you too OP, yo. He's so epic. How do you not like? I must have orgasmed 1,000 times in this chapter. Okay, maybe not five, 1,000. Like right now, I'm having one. I think. Anyways, lobby like with one finger. Okay, so then after that, Law does another thing with Flamingo because Flamingo comes back and like Chopper be like, little puppy coming back. He's crying and he's like, I've never seen such despair on Chopper's face in my life. And Law be like, guys, get the fuck out of here. Use Kuda Burst and get the hell to Zoo. And like Nami puts up a little bit of resistance, but it's no problem. Then when they see Flamingo coming back, he says, go. So they'd be like, okay, Kuda burst. And at that point, Law uses Room. And he switches the location of, I think, him and Flamingo. That wasn't too clear to me, that part. But with him and Flamingo onto Greenbit and Dressrosa's bridge. The bridge in between Greenbit and Dressrosa. And that is where, after blocking his giant freaking rope that was coming in for another hit, that was where Law just went 10 times more badass for me. At this point, it's Law versus Flamingo, one-on-one. And Law breaks up, sadly, he says it himself, sadly, I'm going to have to break up the alliance with the Straw Hats. Because even prior to switching, prior to splitting up with Nami and the rest of the Straw Hats, Sanji says, why are you so focused on Don Flamingo? Like, don't you want to see your crew? Like, isn't the main goal Kaido? And he realizes that Law's main goal is focused on sabotaging Don Flamingo's career, not career, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, status. Like, sabotaging him as a person, like who he is, what he represents, so on and so forth. He knows. And this is when he states that, I know that if I destroy the Smile Factory, you are going to definitely, you, talking to Don Flamingo, are definitely going to get killed by Kaido. You're going to get whipped. If I can't beat you, and what I didn't like about that was that he doubts that he basically hints to us that he's probably gonna lose. I'm like, how can you lose? You're so motherfucking OP. How are you gonna lose? So I really hope he doesn't lose, even though I have a kind of a feeling that he will. Please, Law, you're like my favorite character ever. Why would you do this? And then he brings in the idea, what happened? I'm going to end this now and forever for what happened 13 years ago. What happened 15 years ago? Is he going to pull like a, is Oda going to pull a flashback? Or is he going to do something like what he did with Doflamingo when he mentioned the 800 year or whatever, 100, yeah, 100 or 800, I don't remember, year war thing. Like, not year war, but like 800 year history with Dressrosa. Like him and Dressrosa and whatnot. So like, that's basically the summary. What did I think about the chapter? Do I have to be like? Was my expression? Were my expressions during the review, during the summary, not clear enough to you? Amazing, amazing, perfect setup, perfect. Because as much as the Straw Hats are split up, I love how he focused finally on the fight between Law and Flamingo and Fujitora, yeah. I love it. Finally. The setup chapter from last chapter was really, really well worth the wait. I'm so happy. You don't understand. I really hope it does not cut to Luffy next week. Because as much as I'd like to know who wins, I kind of really care more about this right now. I feel that Law is a lot more important at this point, Law and Flamingo, than what's going on in the Colosseum. I mean, granted, I don't think we need to see really what all the individual fights that Jesus, what's her name? I forgot her name. Damn it. The gladiator girl. Oh my god, I forgot her name. Oh well, whatever. I forgot her name now. Anyway, whatever. Like her fights, like I don't need to see each in her individual fights, right? It should be kept plain and simple. Like just to show us a bit of her ability would be nice. Like so maybe Oda can make her beat like one last guy, like the last guy she beats if she wins. That is the last guy she beats. Like she shows how she won with a special. Like we don't know if it's haki or a devil fruit or I don't know. Anyways, oh my god, it's phenomenal, phenomenal chapter. I literally have nothing to complain about. It was fantastic. Fantastic. I have to give this chapter, and it's rare, that Oda, oh, phenomenal chapter. 10 on 10. Hands down. Hands down. No doubts. No doubts whatsoever. I don't even think he could have done anything better. I really don't. Like, I can't really think of anything. Was there anything? Yeah, everything was pretty much backed up properly. Like Sanji not being able to take down Doflamingo is understandable, but how strong is Doflamingo really? And are they really going to explain? Are they going to explain Doflamingo's history of Dressrosa during the fight of, if ever it happens, Luffy versus Doflamingo? Are they going to explain it during the flashback with Luffy? Sorry, with Law? Or what's going to happen? Like these are the kind of questions I'm really like contemplating and like that's circling in my head right now. Is Law gonna loot? If Law dies, I will. Law cannot die. Please, Law, don't die. Please. I believe Law is OP as fuck. And that he actually has a chance of at least being on par with Doflamingo. But at the same time, as much as we know that he has the Ito fruit, that he ate the Ito fruit, which it was not specified, it was not like this, it was not defined on like the edge of the panel, but I'm guessing it means the string fruit. We saw the guy with the ropes back in Water 7. That wasn't a devil fruit, but still close enough, right? String fruit. Can he make string clones? Who knows? Like we only know basically that this guy can control people, that he can in certain cases. Yeah, well, that's another thing. Why wasn't he able to make why wasn't he able to make Sanji attack the Straw Hats? Was it maybe because he was like not joking around and he was being serious and he just wanted to finish Sanji off and that's it? Or was it maybe because he couldn't? I don't know. It could be at the same time. It couldn't. Because if you guys remember, Atmos, 13th Division Atmos, which is the first guy we saw him control, okay, after Bellamy, or whatever the other guy's name was, that was actually a high-ranking official because apparently, I'm pretty sure that all of Whitebeard's commanders had haki to a certain extent. Because look, Jozu had it, Marco had it, I'm sure Thatch had it. Anyways, generally speaking, I'm sure they all had some form of haki. You know what I mean? Ace had it. I mean, come on. So if Atmos was being like easily like, was his haki either not strong enough or was Sanji stronger or like we can't really know. Like does haki have an effect on controlling like how strong the strings are on you? What can he do with the strings? Like how did he get this fruit? Like these are some things I'd like to know. You know what I mean? Like when did Doflamingo become this kind of like he's my favorite like Shichibukai and like favorite villain, not villain, but like Shichibukai, like not anti-hero, but like antagonist sort of, I guess, like other pirate, because he's such a well developed pirate because he portrays first of all, someone who works like a boss, a mafia boss almost. He has the traits of a mafia boss. This guy, he rules the smiles. He gets all the girls. he's freaking like sitting down on his couch, be like, "Bitch, B, what do you want?" Like, and his like hairy legs and like all the freaking like his feathers, yo, and they make him look cool. He's a fantastic, fantastic character, and Oda did a great, great job this week. In fact, all I'm basically doing is like telling you guys how good Oda is. Like, do I even? This chapter does not need any criticism whatsoever. If you guys can think of something to criticize in this chapter, please by all means tell me, and I'll consider it and I'll mention it in the next video, in next week's review, to see if like, and it can get some discussion going or something. But anyways, to be honest, guy, Lost Plan. I'm kind of disappointed that he broke away from the Straw Hats, but I guess it was necessary for him. Really would have appreciated if they teamed up versus Kaido, but I guess Oda has other plans for us. Anyways, that's it, guys. Like I said, 10 on 10. Amazing. Amazing. Best chapter of the week. Best chapter out of all the mangas. Best chapter of the week. Hands down. Hands down. I love you, Oda. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I love you guys. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Take care. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks. Ciao.